So let's have a word of prayer. So we are going to pray now. Loving Father, be with us right now. As we study, bless our hearts with understanding. May we be humble and submissive to you, dependent on you being independent. In Jesus' holy name we pray with thanks, even and with you. Amen.
Cousins, our brethren, so I'm going to call the names for baptism. Sister Cindy, Brother Reynold Paul, Brother Gavin Douglas, Sister Hula John, Sister Lisa Douglas, Sister Emily Miguel, Brother Darian Cherry, Brother Jeffrey Chapman, Sister Aveline Sister Ayana Jones, Brother Colin Jones, Brother Michael Jones, Sister Felina Jones, Sister Jennifer Wong, Sister Dolores Gota, Brother Marcus Sanford, Sister Leslie Ann Alexis, Sister Andrea Farrell, Sister Lillian Zama, Sister Anna Sandy, Brother Kelly Sandy, Brother Sandy is done. Brother Travis, Sister Alethea Dumas, Sister Sheila Dumas, Brother Isaiah, Sister Annabeth, Sister Ornella, Sister Shabani, Brother Gaitan, Brother Taj, Sister Faith, Brother Simon Leon, Sister Elizabeth, Sister Ariel Bruce, Sister, she left, Sister Nika, Brother Trent, Brother Israel, Brother Hamilton, Brother Franz Lion, Sister Jacinta Wallace, Brother Hugh Davis, Sister Janice Farrell, Sister LaSalle, Sister Avril Romero, Brother Shem Ogis, Brother Javier Williams, Brother Cameron, Brother Andrew Liverpool, Brother Lorenzo, Sister Curdy, Sister Sister Siobhan Adams. Sister Shia isn't here. Brother Keston Monroe. Sister Megan Evans. Sister Liz Brown. Brother David Mohammed. Sister Brittany Marsland. Sister Janaya. Sister Janicia Fallon. Genetic. That was the names. And I'm seeing Brother Liverpool. So brethren, anybody who wants to get baptized, they can meet with me and I'll put their names in the book, okay? Present Sabbath.
Okay, so those of you who are getting baptized, you may have the opportunity now to ask any question based upon what we have touched so far in our studies for baptism. So anything you want to know, those of you can ask. Let me just state this, however, if you are getting baptized, you are making a testimony that you are a Christian, one who has Christ where? In the heart, one who has a Christian life. But as we said before, if you are getting baptized, you must know the God you are getting baptized to. Amen. You know how the Bible identifies him. One, invisible, divine, spirit, nature, love, which is the spiritual law. They point out the principles of the divine nature. We studied that already, you should know that already. You already understood about the depravity of man, man being godless. So I see the first hand.
Some more explanation on the likeness of God. You know, the image of God is God in the person, but the likeness, meaning, when I compare the likeness, I'm not too sure of our explanation of the likeness of God. Because you can't see him and all these things, but the likeness of God.
Let's read the verse again in Genesis 1. Alright, my dear sister. Watch this. Okay. Just before we read the verse, you observe. You shall in this. You in God, God in you. If you dwell in God in your mind, God is therefore where? In your mind. So you in God, God in you. You shall in this. So anytime you hear in God, it means God must be where? In you. Okay? Now that shows you, and all of your other baptismal candidates, why this scripture is written the way it is written. Let's read Genesis chapter 1, And we will read verse 26. And God said, let us make man in our image. Did we see that?
Yes.
Let us make man how? In our image. And what else? After our likeness. Not in our likeness, but after our likeness. So we are made in the image of God after his likeness. How he liked to make us. So made in the image of God means God must be in you. Mutual image. Okay? And after his likeness means how he liked to do it. How did God like to make us? 2 hands, not 3. 2 feet. Okay? 2 eyes, not 4. Mouth, nose. That's how he had liked to make us. Incidentally, the Bible shows us that that's how the body form of the Father and the Word of God of the Son was. Hands, feet, sitting on a throne, etc. Hair white like wool. You understand? That's the likeness. But the image of God is God in you. That's why it says, in the image of God, after his likeness.
Amen. And he was saying, the Bible was saying, in the likeness of sinful flesh. That next. That's how it's the same thing.
No, that says, in the likeness of sinful flesh. The word likeness there means sameness. Because they can't have flesh like sinful flesh that is not sinful flesh. If it is not sinful flesh, it is not what? Like sinful flesh. So in the likeness of sinful flesh means it is what? Sameness of sinful flesh. Remember, he was a son of Adam after Adam sinned, not before. Okay? But going back to likeness again and image again, just read a little word down here now. Verse 27. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. So just that with the image there, which would mean to say God was a man. We were created with God in us. You understand, right? So in the image, after his likeness, how he liked to do it. He liked to make it. That doesn't mean to say that all creatures in the universe have a pair of hands. You may go to a planet where they have 15. You understand? But we were made in the image after the likeness of God. How he liked to make us.
So what about people who came born before?
Born, I didn't hear.
Well, the people who have abnormal bodies was not really like us.
Well, once the image of God is lost in us, anything can be done with the body formed. The body can become deformed in any way. So you will have all kinds of deformity existing because of that. And that's what you're seeing now in the world. Alright? Okay? Yes, my brother.
But it could be then that if we were created in the image and likeness of God, it would have been Adam and Eve before sin. They would have been pointed out here where they were created in the image and likeness of God. So when she's making reference to those before, I think it will not be to this, making reference to this text. It will be after sin.
After sin.
That is what will be coming out of the body that is reflected and affected like sin. So it would not correspond with this text. It would not go with this text. It
That
would
would be
go with
after sin.
After sin, yes.
Like John chapter 9, this man was born
Amen.
blind.
Right, yes. Amen.
Right, good.
Amen. Amen.
Yes, brother.
A little breaking up on this. How can God be lost in us?
Not hearing.
How God be lost in us? Lost in us.
How God
Lost.
How God be lost in us.
Be lost in us.
How can God be lost? How do you lose God from him?
Oh, how do you lose God from in you? How God became lost from us? Okay. Somebody said God is invisible. How come he has a body form? Hair and wool. The hair and wool is not God. It's the body in which he dwells. So when you see the Father was seen sitting on the throne, the Bible says the hair of his head was white as wool. That is not saying the body of the Father is God. But God, Christ shows us how God dwells in a person. It says God was where? In Christ. So he dwells where? In the body of the Father. And in the what? Holy Spirit, whatever he is. Right? become lost in us. Would you turn with me to Psalms? We will look at 51:5. Psalm 51:5. Is it found? Okay, we are going to read. You read. Behold, I was shapen in iniquity, and in sin did my mother conceive me. Alright? Shapen towards iniquity. It shows how the person is shaped towards iniquity. And in sin did my mother conceive me. So when we were conceived by our parents, we were conceived in sin. To have sin means you must first be absent of God. Remember the Bible says in Ephesians, turn to Ephesians quickly, 2:12. That at that time you were without Christ, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel and strangers from the covenant of promise, having no hope and without God in the world. So here's what has to happen. I'm doing something here. Watch this now, right? Illustration. The city statement, right? Brother. God who is love, what? Loves us. That statement. Okay? This statement has statement has the what? The love of God or God in it. So if this statement is revealed to us from Christ, we see the love of God in it. So the statement, God who is love loves us, that is the revealed word of God. This statement has the love of God or God himself in it. To remove God from a person, you have to remove how God is manifested. You have to remove the statement. Okay? But since man believes this, you have to get him to disbelieve that statement. You understand, right? To get man to disbelieve that statement, you must find a way to deceive him that he wouldn't see this as good. So you have to change the statement that makes it no longer have the love of God in it. And change it. What's wrong with that statement? God who is love loves us when we love him. It would mean to say that God love comes after we love him. Therefore we have love too. Therefore, love of God, God cannot be in this statement. This statement is saying creation is God with God. Amen. So what Lucifer did was to change the word of God. And by changing the word of God, giving us a corrupt something, no God was in it. Do you know what it happens if you believe this? The moment you believe this, you reject God from you. Wipe it out. You understand? And that's how the Bible says we were without God in the world. We were without God because we lost the way God is revealed, which is Christ. This is the reason why Christ is the only way to God. No man cometh unto the Father except by me. This is the reason why it is. So this is the reason why anybody who is preaching to you, they better make sure it is the real truth and not error. And this is why the church is called the pillar and ground of the truth.
Amen.
So guys, they sleep tight. They present knowledge that towards the truth.
That's what Lucifer did in the beginning. Okay. Somebody here says, in heaven before his incarnation on earth as Christ, did Christ have a body, manly features? And if so, is it safe to say he had a glorified body before his appearance on earth? Yes, a glorified body. Yes, eyes, face, nose, and remember we were made after the likeness of God. And God was in the person of Christ, or of the Word. So yes, he had that kind of body and it was glorified before. It just wasn't human flesh. Some say it's angelic body, I don't know how to identify it. But he did have a body before. It just wasn't human flesh. Yeah.
Yeah. Because then it's like, now when you come to, when you change, does it appear to Abraham, right?
When the angels appear to Abraham, yes.
Right? But I don't know, I say from, the Zangala, right? The Zangala, say one of the members first. Alright, or no? Father thing.
Let's look. Genesis 18 and 19. Now, always remember, in theology there's something called theophany, which means God manifesting a body before the incarnation. So you suppose, if that be the case, then you will see God come in body form before the incarnation. But that body that he came in was not a corrupt human body. It will be a glorified body, but just enough for us to be able to view it. So chapter 18 from verse 1. So I am reading it according to how it says in the Hebrew, right, brother? So if you hear me change a word or two, you know what I mean. This time. And Yahweh, capital L-O-R-D, that's the Yahweh. Genesis chapter 18. And Yahweh appeared unto him, that is Abraham, in the plains of Mamre. And he sat in the tent door in the heat of the day. And he lifted up his eyes and looked, and lo, 3 men stood by him. And when he saw them, he ran to meet them from the tent door and bowed himself towards the ground. Right. So here's the point. Abraham is sitting in his tent. It's very hot. And when he looks at it, he saw 3 men appear standing. Now the word men there really means creatures, like human beings. But it doesn't qualify the genes, the science of the genes. It doesn't say men as human beings, but men. Humans there, looking just like humans. They appeared. When Abraham saw them, he got up and he ran to meet them, and he bowed his face to the ground. Remember, John did that to the angel. What did the angel say? I am your fellow servant I have your brethren that have this spirit of prophecy. But look, Abraham ran and bowed his head to the ground. Let's read on. We go a little lower down now. Verse 17. And Yahweh said, shall I hide from Abraham the thing which I do, seeing that Abraham shall surely become a great and mighty nation, and all the nations shall be blessed by him? For I know him, that he will command his children and his household after him, and he shall keep the way of Yahweh to do justice and judgment, that Yahweh will bring upon Abraham that which he has spoken to him. So, somebody is telling that to Abraham, and he's called Yahweh. That cannot be an ordinary man. So of those three angels here, one of them had to be that one of the Godhead that mediates, the one that shares knowledge. In Isaiah it says, I am Yahweh. Anything that has been revealed, I have revealed it to you. I told you before you knew. Right? So it had to be the one of the three persons that mediates, that shares. That's the word of God. John says, in the beginning was the word. And the word was toward the God. Let's read it. And God was the word. So we are dealing with God word here. Or word God here, right? Because he's telling Abraham something. Let's read on proof. Verse 20. And Yahweh said, because the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and because their sin is very grievous, I will go down now and see whether they have done altogether according to the cry of it, which is come unto me. And if not, I will know. So why is God saying he will know? Acting as an ordinary human being, investigate to know. Now he knew all along, but he's talking to Abraham to show, look, I'm doing this. I'm coming to investigate, to see, and know. And I know what to do. But the person here who is speaking is called Yahweh. And he's telling that to Abraham. But wait, let's go. Verse 22. And the men turned their faces from hence and went towards Sodom. And Abraham stood here before Yahweh. So wait. So the three of them are there. Two on one side and one is communicating with Abraham and telling Abraham what to do. And then they turned to go by a direction people know heads directly to where? Sodom and Gomorrah. But one stayed back and facing Abraham still. Let's read on again. The one that facing him was called Yahweh. Okay? Let's look at verse 26 and 27. And Yahweh said, if I find in Sodom 50 righteous within the city, then will I spare all the place for their sake. And Abraham answered and said, behold, now, I have taken upon me to speak unto Yahweh, which am but dust and ashes. So he's acknowledging that he's just dust and what? Ashes in contrast to what? The one he's speaking to Yahweh, who says, if I find 50 righteous people, I will spare the city. So let's go on a little lower down now from this. Verse 33. And Yahweh went his way as soon as he had left communion with Abraham. What did you just read here? Yahweh went his way after he finished spoke with Abraham. So in other words, we know for sure one of them was talking to Abraham was Yahweh as a man, as a body form there. In a body form. And he spoke to Abraham and turned and went what? His way. But let's just stop here and go back a little bit. Go to verse 12. Therefore Sarah laughed within herself, saying, After I am waxed old, shall I have pleasure, my Lord being old also? She didn't say it loud. She did it herself. She overheard one of them who was talking to Abraham, the one called Yahweh, talking to Abraham and telling Abraham, you and your wife will have a child. And she chuckled to herself. Like if she said quietly, in other words, she didn't shout it out and say, look how old I am. And Abraham even more older than me. She did not shout it out. But yet he had a response. Verse 13. And Yahweh said unto Abraham, wherefore did Sarah laugh, saying, so he heard her. She chuckled to herself quietly. And he, the one called Yahweh, heard her. And told Abraham, so why is your wife Sarah laughing, saying, surely I of a surety bear, shall I of a surety bear a child which am old? Then yet, is anything too hard for Yahweh? At the time appointed, I shall return unto thee according to the time of life, and Sarah shall have a son. And then of course the woman laughed and said, I wasn't laughing. You see, the one who's called Yahweh heard. And she said, I wasn't laughing. And then God put a rebuke on her, a rebuke, yet it's still good. She said, when the child is born, name him Isaac. The word Isaac means laughter. So in two ways, when she had the child, she really laughed. And then she remembered she laughed before saying she wasn't going to have it, and lied and said she didn't laugh. So the name of the boy rebuked her forever until she would die. You understand? The wisdom here of this being couldn't be an ordinary angel, and his name was Yahweh. But that is not what I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you after the conversation here, verse 33, and Yahweh went his way as soon as he left communion with Abraham, and Abraham returned to his place. So where did Yahweh go? The next chapter tells us where he went. You understand? Okay. Verse 1 first, 19. Then there came two angels to Sodom at evening, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom, and Lot sailed and rose up to meet them. So now this tells us the two men brothers, what they really were, angels. So angels have a way of letting their wings be seen, and angels have a way of hiding their wings. So when they walk like an angel and not see the wings. Incidentally, if you make it, and you better want to make it, you'll be able to do the same thing too. The half wings that are hiding wings. So we now know that they were angels. Well, we know all the time, but there are clear proof that the two men were what? Angels. But the Bible says men, right? Angels. We go on now. So we know those who came here were angels. And you know the story, brother. My new movie gives details of how Sodom and Gomorrah was. They used to have child sex. You name it. All what we have now, they used to have that. So they see this pretty looking angels coming and literally lust at the angels. You know what a sickness is that? You know it's a travesty for that? Corrupt men lusting at angels and want to rape angels. Give them a chance and they drag those angels somewhere. Of course the angels have powers because they will not allow them to do that. But it just shows that is what was happening. So let's just look at the angels. Good. So, we know this story. The angels told Lot, Yahweh is going to destroy this people. You're going to destroy this people. You've got to leave. You've got to get up. You know his story. Let me go and warn this one. Let me go on. Okay, go and warn them. Okay, time to leave. we should be time to leave. Get out. Get out. Eventually, the moment they look to leave, the angel grabbed the hands and run with them, pulling them out of the city. It's always a symbol. Sometimes you have to give a little extra help to help somebody who's wrong. Sometimes the girl is shot up with the man and she shouldn't be there, she wants to leave, but she can't leave. They go for her with a police. You understand? They go for her with a police. Or sometimes the boy landing on the block and you're not listening and you go on the block and line. They feel uncomfortable. Let's go. So the angels grab them and pull them up. Let's go. Okay. Let's just read verse 7. Right? Let's read verse 17. Just for a little statement here. And it came to pass, when they had brought them forth abroad, they said, then he said, escape for thy life. That's where we got the name of our program from. So you see what did the angel say? Escape for thy life. They pull them out. They put them outside the city. They didn't drag them to their protection. They must do the rest. And they tell them, escape for thy life. That's what the angel tell them. And they run. You know one look back, right? Okay. Verse 23. The sun was risen upon the earth when Lot entered into Zoar. Then Yahweh rained upon Sodom and Gomorrah brimstone and fire from Yahweh out of what? So apparently one called Yahweh was there and one called Yahweh was there. And the one on earth, they tried to do the shock there. So one named Yahweh, both in the Father and in the Word. And in the Holy Spirit, but in this case, it's one in heaven, one on earth. So you get the idea, right? The person there was Yahweh in the body of the second person.
Amen.
Okay?
Before you ask the question now, you are studying worship last night, right? And the topic come up there. And Christ, when he died and he spent 3 days in the grave and raised on the third day, right? You start glorified body then, right?
A glorified body, yes.
Well, so Mary and them did not touch him, you have to want the Father first, right?
The actual word means do not detain me, not touch. Do not detain me.
Right? So alright, he go back to about that glorified body, right? He appeared to Abraham here in the form of a man, we don't know. Right? In the form of a man.
Glorified body.
Not sorry, because he didn't go and go through the process, right? But he appeared like a man, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So my question is, Abraham, see, right? Because I don't know if he had the same face features that were asked. Did Abraham see Christ before he actually come out with that? That was asked question.
If Abraham saw something in vision, the body of the person he saw that didn't look like the features of Christ.
So it's not the same features as Christ.
Christ was a clone. It would mean to say he looked like a male Mary. If you know how Mary's features look, he would look that way but a male. This here is just a theophanic form.
Amen.
So therefore he wouldn't look like Mary. Okay? You got it right? Somebody else knows. Anybody else? Or you want to have anyone else? Yes, Mula? Didn't hear you. Because he said, watch me now. Just say what, since you're willing to get back there, just say what is confusing quickly. Alright. You ever see a child resembling mother exactly?
Yes.
Huh? Like if it didn't have a man that side of a child, okay? Like if everything just came from her body. Whatever the Holy Spirit did, the genetic, the genes of the male part came from the mother's body. And from her body, the female genes came. So when Christ has an appearance, it wouldn't look like another man as if he gave those genes. He would look like genes from the mother only.
Yes, amen.
So look closely like the mother. Like if you're a mother and you have a child, exactly when you see the child, that's how you will look. But just male instead of female. You understand? And it isn't too hard for God to do. Come with you, brother. And it isn't too hard for God to do. Well.
Yeah, well, seeing that you make that case, it would mean now that Eve would have been looking like Adam too, because she was taken directly out of him.
Yes.
That's the first point, right? The second point.
Eve, listen to me, brother. Eve resembled Adam exactly, just being only female instead. All that is why when Adam looked, he was saying, bone of my bone and rock. And he didn't want to lose her. Some people say, well, Adam didn't eat of the fruit and was deceived like Eve. Of course not. But when Adam recognized losing her, the same deception she went through, and he bring it on himself.
Yes.
But yes, she probably will. Yes, and so on, you will become as well. Don't eat it fast.
But that was the main question, and that was my main question is this. When Nebuchadnezzar saw the three Hebrew boys in the fire, he saw a fourth person, and he made a statement, well look, the fourth one is the Son of God. So, what was happening there? Is it that the Holy Spirit impressed in his mind?
That was from what Daniel said.
Alright.
That's from what Daniel showed him. What Daniel talked about. So recognize it. That fourth one is that the one that Daniel described to me. That's what he really meant. So, any other baptism that can be, yes, my dear. And then I'll come to you. Yes. Yes, my dear.
My question, based on what I understand Godhead
Yes.
and Godhead function in three persons, the Father, which is will, the mediator, revealer, which is the word, and the creative agency.
Yes.
Now, based on Genesis 1, when God said, let us make man in our image after our likeness. And John 1, where he tells you that the word, John 1, verse 3, all things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. Now, what function was the Holy Spirit have anything to play or to do with the creation when God said, let us make man? What was the
Very good. So we can look at it? Yes. First of all, let's just set this clear and then turn to Genesis 1. Okay. First person, second person, third person. Okay? Watch the description. So we have will, mediator, creative agencies. We want to look at that operating when God made you. Okay? Now the knowledge direction will be the will of God himself. God wills for it to be this way. The explanation of that will be the second person, God himself, in the second person. And the one that will bring it to reality in front of your eyes will be third person. Now there's a reason why this was designed so in the course of heaven. In the course of heaven, angels will see the first person Angels will see the second person and beings. Nobody will see the third person. So they will see first person, second person. They will not see any third person. Had the first person done the actual work of creating, then any being will have a tendency of saying, well, the first one do the real creating being is God. You see how he look like. And they'll have a tendency to worship his looks. And the second one done that the same thing too. So in God's wisdom, 1, 2, 3, one God, the third one will do the creating. So you can't see. When you can't see, you still have to say God was not a shape hand. That's why this was designed by God for all of us, and it will be so forever. So the third one is creative agency. Let's go. One and two. Genesis chapter 1, verse 1 and 2. Okay. Right. Okay, let's go on now. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. And the earth was without form and empty or void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. What? When the Spirit of God moved, nobody can see it. But the water started things about the Holy Spirit doing it, so making the water start to move. And then after he made the water start to move, he then started to do things with the water. Put the dirt one side, put the water one side, and so on. So the one who's really organizing in the actual physical thing is the Holy Spirit. That's why it's always good for the Spirit to dwell here. In you. Amen? He is the one doing in the heart the experience of love we are supposed to have, right?
Amen.
Don't tell the joke to the truth.
That's it.
Yes, my dear. What we are told by Mrs. White is that the second person that came and take the dirt and do this. Holes, mouth, and everything. Alright? So it was literally attended to by the second person himself. Okay? And the Holy Spirit was there. Whatever part the Holy Spirit did inside, we do not know. When he breathed, in his natural the breath of life, the Holy Spirit went there with it.
Meaning, in John 1, when they tell you, nothing was made without him.
Yeah.
Like you say,
Nothing was made without him. That is God.
yeah.
The him is God.
By him.
But God in the form of the first person, in the form of the first, in the form of the third person.
So a question here. How come God is this is a question. How come he created agent, right? So the Holy Spirit could be in the beginning, moving the waters before anything was made.
Before anything was made? No. Let's read it again. She said before anything was made. How can the Holy Spirit be moving in water before anything was made? I thought you knew this, but let's go to further. Verse 1. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. And the earth was without form and void. Darkness was upon the face of the deep. The phrase, watch me. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth is an introduction. In that introduction, the earth is already made and the heaven, which is the breath, the atmosphere, and the stars in our part of heaven, everything was made so. So when it says in the beginning God created the heaven and the earth, that was done then. But it wasn't created like it was and everything perfect. So you had an earth now mixed up with plenty mud and water and air and fire, everything mixed together. Alright? So in the beginning God created the heaven and the earth. The earth is there. The water, the air, the fire, everything is mixed in this one ball. And that's what the Holy Spirit was moving upon.
The three persons were already made.
Of course, I say the three persons was made. The three persons existed before, long before that. Yes, obviously. About their bodies and so on, I rather not speculate. I know their bodies are creation, but I don't know more about it. Alright? And furthermore, I don't know about the Holy Spirit. Because Christ says he wouldn't speak of himself. If I tell you about him, so I'll be lying. Because he never showed me. He's not supposed to. But I know about it too, what we saw in the Bible. I'll watch him one more time again. Yeah. Oh yes.
Okay, yes, it shows that this God dwelleth in the three offices, right? Two offices. Three persons. Right? It shows that there was a unity with this God in them, in incorporating and creating the whole heaven and earth, right?
Yes.
This earth, right? Sorry. But there were unity between the offices, but God in them. That's what I want to make clear. God is inside them, right?
Yes.
That's the divine nature.
Right. What we are, I'm going to tell you. One God in first, second, third persons, or the divine nature. Right, so let me continue quoting a scripture I was quoting in Job 33:4. Job 33:4. It says, the Spirit of God has made me, and the breath of the Almighty has given me life. See? Holy Spirit, breath. Okay? So this clearly shows the Holy Spirit creativation. Okay? Any other question? Any other question? Anybody?
Yeah, I want to ask one more.
Okay. I'll take you and then Mr. Stanley right in the back.
Okay, when Jesus, right? Okay, I want to ask a question. Before he was there before things, right? If he lost, okay, if he had the same image when he taken humanity with divinity, when he was born of Mary, if he had the same express image that he had before he came down on this earth to die for mankind, I just wanted to know if he had the same the look, okay, the likeness.
Remember I said before, Christ was a clone. So he looked exactly like Mary, but just a maid.
So before how he was?
Before, we know he had a feature in his body, but the Bible doesn't tell us. But we know it will be like Mary, because he came from the body of Mary. He was the son of man. Okay? It's the same way.
One God, right? One God, one message. Everyone who claims that they have God is still right. Everybody has different messages, but there's only one truth. So how come them say they have the word of God, but they don't?
Okay? I can give you a principle, or we can get a practical example. I can give you a principle. Once this principle is breached, they will always arrive at error. So no matter how close it may seem to be the truth, it will be error. Or you can get a practical example. To give you a practical example, you have to give me like an example. Tell me like one who say they have the truth. Give me an example of an organization where we, oh look, I have one here. What does the Bible really teach? So, quickly here. I looked at the chapter, sister. What's your name again? Yeah. Siobhan. And I see the ransom, God's greatest gift, paid for this other. So what I'm saying, the ransom, God's greatest gift, my God, what could be so great So when I see God's will, I turn to page 47. And while the sister calling out the names, I do some speed reading to see what they say the ransom is. And I underlined some parts here quickly as I was reading. Up to now I ain't seen anything great. But I'll tell you what I see. Right? It is like a man telling a woman, you look so beautiful, look at that beautiful, look at me, says, all of these car cut your face and I look so beautiful. They just say nice things. That's all they do. They just do what? Say nice things. But the error is evident. I hope. This chapter, the ransom God's greatest gift, is divided into 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. What is the ransom? How was it provided? What can it mean for you? And how can you show that you appreciate it? They are more about showing how you appreciate it than anything else in this book. Because it's a set of words. So they show you more how you appreciate the ransom. So let's find out the ransom, okay? Let's see if it is true. They tell us here. Adam was created with qualities like those of God, including love, wisdom, justice, and power. What's wrong with that? Qualities, he was created with qualities. Talking about before you said, he was created with qualities like those of God, including love.
God is love and need.
So he was created with a quality of love. But what does the Bible tell you? What does the Bible tell you? So to be created with the quality of love, it means to say that a quality is God. God is a quality. So if love is a quality, God is a quality. But if God is love and is different to a quality, then you have a love that is not God. You get the idea? Why would somebody make a mistake like that? It means they don't have proper focus on the truth. Okay? But sister, I'm talking to you. You seem so far away. I wish you would please. Watch me.
Yes.
They will see their man and they will Alright, look at this. Right, beautiful. Now I'm seeing it. Well, I'm seeing all of you all in the back here too, eh? You are asking the question. But you see, you were asking the question, and when I went behind that, they could come up. Right, there's a reason why. Did I know you was going to ask me all this question? No. Why did I tell you to come up before? Now watch this. Alright, so you're created with a justice. Let's assume they're right here, right? Let us say we didn't see that they're right. Go on now. Okay. It says this here. Second, a ransom, they're telling us two things are what is not a ransom. Second thing, a ransom is the price that covers or pays the cost of something. 18 US. You pay the cost of this. They say that's a ransom. Let's assume they're right still, okay? Taking them for a ride. They're taking us for a ride, but we're going for the ride. A ransom is the price that covers or pays the cost of something. It is similar to the price. It is similar to the price paid to cover the damage caused by an injury. So you get your foot break. And you pay the cost to heal your foot. Okay, that's a ransom. Okay? Good. So, after all of that, now come to what the ransom is. Since a perfect human life was lost, since a perfect human life was lost, no imperfect perfect human life can ever buy back. So I'm being told the perfect human life would have been the ransom. Do you get the idea now? Read again. Since a perfect human life, now reason why. So this is what they call high quality deception. These books. Watchtowers literature are usually high quality deception. Read again. Since a perfect human life was lost, no imperfect human soul or life. So now they tell you the life is the what? Soul. And they pass that by you without you see it. These are skill deception. Skill deception. Jews think like this. Skill deception. So I will have to take perfect human life, perfect human soul or lost. What can I get in my mind? Tell me apple.
Apple.
Tell me something else.
Banana.
One more? Huh? No. Tell me perfect human soul or like, tell me that. No. Tell me perfect human soul or life. Tell me. Perfect human soul. Let me, or life. Let me take.
Yeah, John, not
I'm afraid I can't.
leave any others.
Right, so here's the point. Whenever the explanation moves from what could be imagined to what cannot be what? Imagined, they come into deception. So you need to say it's easy for them to navigate what they said, but hard for you. So if you come and say, well, how could you say that? They know what they mean. You don't know. That's how come they fight here in the streets as if you know they know and you do not know. But let me read on. Watch it. It says here. Huh? Right, so it says here. What was needed was a ransom equal in value to what was lost. It says here, so what would cover the value of the perfect human soul or life that Adam lost? Another perfect human life was the corresponding ransom that was required. How did Jehovah provide this ransom? He sent his perfect, he sent one of his perfect spirit sons to the earth. What did Jesus do? What did the Spirit Son do? Here's what they're telling us. Listen, this is what I'm trying to tell you. This is high quality deception. High quality deception. They know how to maneuver, they know how to operate within their sphere of deception. So they can fool people. One of them come and say, brother, wouldn't you not like to receive the gift of God? I said, what are you talking about? He said, the great hope, the great hope. I said, what are you talking about? The perfect life on planet Earth. He said, not heaven? He said, no. God will make the earth, and that's how you will live with them. So I said, the great hope for me is just life on the earth. I said, no, I don't think I want that. But when they say those things, you watch. And they always say that, say, you was a watchtower, you was a Jehovah Witness before. Never was and never will be. Let me read one last thing. Yes, I need to read this now. Watch this now. Watch this. So we ask, if this is God, one of God's Spirit's sons, and He came to give us a perfect human life back, what did He do? What did He do? Quote, in a sense. Now you see that phrase, in a sense? They have 1,000, when we say 1,000 tunnels in ocean there. It's like a rat. You run out of 1,000 tunnels. So in the phrase, in a sense, they could always say, well, no, this is not the sense. This is the sense. In a sense, Jesus stepped into Adam's place in order to save us. By sacrificing or giving up His perfect life in flawless obedience to God, Jesus paid the price for Adam's sin. No, that is not the point here. Think about it again, watch. Let me read this again. Here is how they identifying sacrifice. Watch. In a sense, Jesus stepped into Adam's place in order to save us. So what I'm thinking here is Adam, perfect human life, Jesus stepped in His literal place. With the perfect human life as one of these sons of God. Right? Watch. Watch. By sacrificing or giving up. Notice, sacrificing or what? Giving up. So already they put the image of what? Sacrifice in your mind. Giving up something. But what will they say? By sacrificing or giving up His perfect life in flawless obedience to God. But you must have the perfect life in flawless obedience to God before you can give it up. But they're giving you the impression that you give it up as being in flawless obedience. That's a deception. Watch. By sacrificing or giving up His perfect life in flawless obedience to God, Jesus paid the price of Adam's sin. I still don't understand this here. In other words, I am to think that Jesus lived a perfect life, and that was His sacrifice given up. So don't look at the cross or the stake for them. Just look at Jesus living, and that is the giving up of the life in Adam's place. You know what that would tell me? It will tell me what? If Adam should supposed to say hi, Jesus came and say what? Hi. If Adam supposed to say low, Jesus came and say what? Low. So that was the perfection for Adam. He failed, Jesus came and do it. But it still doesn't show me how I have the high and low. How do I have it? How do I get it? But you know what is the shocking sense? Give me a chance to go through this with you all, and I will show you this means only 144,000 to be saved. Because in a Watchtower Society teaching, if that perfect spirit son life is the ransom for you, then it would mean to say, you were supposed to get the spirit son life, but they didn't tell you in you, they tell you in your place. But it is only those who partake of the bread and wine could have the Spirit Son's life given to them. But you must remember, in Watchtower Society teaching, like when I go and I sit down in their pews, sorry I turned this whole thing into this. When I go and I sit down in their pews, they have the bread and they have the wine there. And they say whatever they have to say and so on, and they wait. At one time, one person alone went up and take. And they allow him to take. There was a brother who was once used to come here. He no longer came here. He was bold enough to go and try to take and restrain him. Because he after he said, so how you know I am not one of the born again sons? So in other words, you have thousands and millions going and sit down to quote and unquote the Lord's evening meal, as they call it. And you can't take it. You can only take it if you were born again as a spirit son. So it means that when Charlotte comes selling a book to you, ask him, are you born again? He'll give you an answer that wouldn't say yes or no. And if he tell you yes, he's lying from you. Are you born again with the Spirit Son's life? He can't tell you yes. And if he tell you no, so you are unborn again. Preaching to me. You understand what I'm saying? That's how terrible it is. One last thing. Best thing you can do to show appreciate, come into my ear. To show you appreciate. How can you show your appreciation? Exercise faith in Jesus' ransom sacrifice. Attend the annual observance of the Lord's evening meal. Just attend it to show appreciation. What's so great about that? Nada. Nothing. Yeah. Then I'll take you, sister, right? Just now and then I'll take you. So share from the back. When a person enters into this religion, it's usually a curse from there. Rarely do you get a person come there. I tell you, watch me. Watch me coming to you, no brother, right? They come in and say no, right? Watch me, sister, watch. Meet one of them and say, you want us to discuss a religion from your books? Honestly, he say yes. I say, let us meet in Lord Harris Square. We meet in Lord Harris Square for 9:30. What time in the morning? 9:30. We finish 6:30. What time in the evening? 6:30. Listen, I'm going to book, after book, after book, after book, and show contradiction. In the end, he thoroughly understands. You know, after he spent all the time, he leave the religion and he never join us. All he did is just leave it. You know, the next one, every time he come to play, he challenge me. Listen, he get challenged back, answer back, challenge back, answer back, he leave it. 6 years later, he joined it again. The next old man came down from the hill and played, we have the knowledge, we sit down, we study. Destroyed, he leave it. 2 years later, he is coming back into religion again. I bounce him up. I said, excuse me, you don't have any shame. You see this thing wrong. You know this thing wrong. You didn't come and join the faith of the person show you it wrong. You just go back to that. Answer to me. Well, boy, what you go do? Brother David. Brother David. You will say.
That particular paragraph, right? That deals with that. It is what does the Bible really teach? Right?
Yes, go ahead.
Go for it. It's primarily dealing with to show that Jesus is important. All that you read here is just really showing that Jesus is important. Why? Because they said, notice that they said that it is one of his spirit's sons. They get the idea that Jesus is one of the princes taken from Daniel chapter 10, verse 13, right? Where it says that when Gabriel was telling Daniel that Michael, one of the princes, right? So they look at Daniel chapter 10 and they say, oh, so Jesus is one of the princes, one of many princes in heaven who is designated for earth. So therefore, Jesus is the ransom dedicated by Jehovah for the earth. So when Adam sinned, Jehovah just told Jesus, hey, go and handle that seed down on earth and they're doing. Right? Because they sinned. So that is primarily to show that Jesus is God. The whole text right here, the entire paragraph is dedicated to show you that Jesus is God, but in a very subtle way. You have to look at it very carefully, and that is what it is saying.
They teach that Jesus is not God in truth.
If you read it right here, it is.
Yes.
That is the major
By implication, since you already start off with Jesus not being God, by implication you will show that. This is what it's showing. What I'm showing is that even though you teach that, they teach that. What does the ransom do for us? Nothing.
No, they actually say, just like the lamb did nothing for you in the sanctuary, well, God is the one who assigned the lamb. Now assign a man here, and now assign one of the spirit sons here. So now, he is more perfect than a lamb. So therefore, you now have the ransom now.
But the state did nothing like the lamb.
No, exactly.
So it is a perfect thing that did nothing like the lamb. Which of less person?
But the major point is to show that Jesus is God.
It's not God.
Yeah,
that's what it shows. Yeah, but I'm showing again, right? I get that in. Coming to you now. Showing again, this is the reason why these are high quality reception. Now what we're going to do, we're going to take a couple of these books and we're going to stand up here and we're going to do some dissection. What do you say? Yeah. Alright? Okay, we will. Yes, brother.
I just wanted to say, brethren,
yes,
that sometimes you hear about these false teachings where you might read them, but I personally had an experience with facing it firsthand, and I could tell you it was a sad situation, and you can't believe that people's minds can be so damaged that they will take a scripture like this, Romans chapter 6 and verse 7, and then tell us what they tell us about it. Romans chapter 6 and verse 7, and it says, for he that is dead is free from sin. And they will tell us that this text is saying is only when the person dead and they're in the grave, then they're free from sin. When I heard it, so I could not believe that people will teach such a thing like that. You see, but then so it's just an example to show that they really do not understand the Bible. And what was sad about the meeting is that it was the chapter was broken down, and it was shown what the Apostle Paul was speaking about, and it was shown that when he says dead here, he's not talking about physically dead and then you're free from sin, but he was showing that the person, because they don't have the carnal mind anymore, they are now free from sin. And other verses were quoted in the chapter, but what was sad about it is that the person, they will listen, they will see what they say really don't make sense, but they wouldn't humble and say, okay, yes, I really wrong and so on. And of course, cautions and admonitions have to be given to them. But my point is that when I saw that, I was like, really, boy? And these people going from house to house and say they're going to teach people that. And they're seeking to use a scripture like this that is not talking about nothing what they are saying. And then what are they really telling people? So you may see them with all their briefcase and they present themselves as intellectual. They really don't know the scriptures, brethren. And we have no reason to fear them in any way at all. But to take the Bible and expose them and warn them of the heresies and poisonous teachings that they are telling people. Okay, brethren, so I just want to show that.
So before we close, we'll take 2 more statements, right? Brother.
But basically when you really watch it, they really contradict themselves. Yes, they'll say yes. Basically, they just contradict themselves plenty, right? Even though they try to trick it, they contradict themselves even still. Because if it is, they say he's one of God's son, which is our spirit body. That means God have other spirit sons. So that means you must be thinking, well, alright, God have a son, right? You say that he's not God, but he's a spirit body, that is our soul. Yes, teach that the dead is dead, but yet it is still time with our spirit body, that is our soul, that is God. But you have other sons, but it's 144 other gods. Or sons. So much gods is really are.
144,000 gods?
Together with Jesus Christ. So what you doing?
144,000 gods?
The same ones?
Sorry, Jesus. 144,000.
And what?
And one A God.
No, two. Satan. Satan's same God because he's saying that spirit, and the spirit is his soul.
And he was a son before the two.
And he going to
So the whole thing with all those millions of angels too, the whole thing is heresy and deception. I just use that to show you the kind of deceptions they teach. And sister who has asked me, how do you know when a person is teaching error? Many of these statements here come up against self. But there's a scripture that says, to the law and to the word. If they speak not according to it, it is because there is no word. The law of God doesn't make for God's reward. Thou shalt have no other word. Okay? The law of God does not make for that. So you cannot teach that. Furthermore, the law of God does not justify perfect human life as a gift in place of sin. Christ can have a perfect human life, which they call a soul. That doesn't get rid of sin from anybody. And if God says, I forgive you, it doesn't stop the sin itself. So in other words, it's not according to the testimony. So you need to say, you have to learn your Bible well, and you'll be able to destroy it. Okay? When you learn your Bible, this is the grace week. Amen. Amen. So, one more a person again. Okay, let me make a closing statement here. Okay, Joy's question. Alright, not a baptism question. Yes.
When I come back to you, I think that the questions are like a quotation that was there while we were studying. And a lot of bridges have this portion of the quotation. So I want clarity on it. Yes, or the Let me get it. I would like to read it so everybody can get the context of the statement. You know?
my dear brethren, so remember these things what we're talking about now, right? The book is what? Patience and Perseverance. Yes, let's say this statement. Let him read the
So the chapter is temptation and the fall. Yeah. The chapter is the temptation and the fall, patriarchs and prophets, right? So there's a statement where Sister White made that it's only when Adam sinned that the light that was covering the body of Adam and Eve left both of them. So Eve would have transgressed, she would have eaten of the tree, and then she would still have this light covering her body, although she was in sin. So I want to understand with the quotation and with the scriptures in Genesis chapter 3, if we could see it implicated in the scriptures and where. So I'll read the quotation. She says, after his transgression, Adam at first imagined himself entering upon a higher state of existence. But soon the thoughts of his sin filled him with terror. The air, which had hitherto been of a mild and uniform temperature, seemed to chill the guilty pair. The love and peace which had been theirs was gone, and in its place they felt a sense of sin, a dread of the future, a nakedness of soul. The roar of light which had enshrouded them now disappeared. So she showed that the light was around them and it now, present tense, disappeared together. They lost light together. So I'm trying to reconcile that with the scripture. You know?
What part of the scripture?
Genesis chapter 3.
Let's show me.
In Genesis chapter 3 and verse 7, right? It says,
read verse 6 too. This one, read carefully verse 6.
Genesis chapter 3 and verse 6, it reads, and when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof, and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. Now verse 7. Verse 7 says, and the eyes of them both. So we see something happening to two of them at the same time.
No. Don't say at the same time.
Just read it. No.
It said, and the eyes of them both were open, and they knew that they were naked. And they sewed fig leaves together to make themselves able.
Okay, so let's calculate some time. Okay, let's calculate some time. Speculation. 2 o'clock at the tree with the forbidden fruit. Okay? How long will it take for it to decide? The conversation will take about 5 minutes. 2:05. That time she takes now and she eats. So she now goes to find Adam. We don't know how far Adam is. Let's assume it's 10 minutes away. She finds Adam. So when Adam saw what was in her hand, he said, my God. Or like the Germans mean Gott. When he saw what was in her hand, what have you done? So minutes
To process everything.
to be shocked until decide he will do something. 2:20. Notice that by this time she already transgressed.
Amen.
So well, 15 minutes later, now say, look, Eve, what have you done? And then he started to think, flesh of my flesh, bone of my bone, looking just like me. I'll lose her. You know what? Probably she's right there. Probably she would really get into a higher state. I haven't seen no change in her. She's dead. She still looks beautiful as ever and powerful, and she's filled with enthusiasm. Right? You know, I haven't seen any change. You know what? Probably she's right. And he quickly grabbed the food and eat. That would be like 2:25. Okay? And after they do that now, feel something coming. But suddenly they recognize they start to feel chilly. And that time the light disappear from the two of them. But it's in 2:27. Alright? So it would mean that by the time he ate, the light still didn't move. So the light was covering him. Eve remained with the covering of light. Until Adam was already tempted. So in other words, had she come with all that light on her, Adam would have run. But he found no different, she looked the one. Right. So all that was part of the test for who? Adam himself. And it's only when Adam transgressed and then realized what had happened, God took the light away. No, when you see the scripture history here is just one verse and another verse short after. It wouldn't give you all the details. Let me look at the scripture and show you. Yes, God. The light represented the glory of God. His divinity in them. The glory of God. The divinity that was in them that was covering them.
Right, so next question would be, I would like to ask. So since Eve, right, at 2:05, right, the conversation, sin, and the light represent the glory of God. Right? She sinned. That means the glory of the divine nature, what is the glory of God left us.
When the divine nature left her in her heart, the light still remained, but it was God's doing. Okay, why? You see, watch. If you try to look for the logic, then you will have to say, why would Adam therefore see it and not see something was wrong with the light? The Bible doesn't tell you that. The Bible gives the impression that Adam acted normal when he saw her. The only thing that surprised him was his fruit in her heart. That would be the only thing. But the Bible still didn't give you all those details because it was just two verses close together. She gave her husband, he eat. It didn't tell you the struggle in his mind. It didn't tell you where he was and she found it. So you see, we cannot just make a judgment so. Now here is what the spirit of prophecy did. The spirit of prophecy gave us it step by step. So the two verses together, that's why I asked the brother to read the two verses. The two verses together, the spirit of prophecy gave us step by step going to it. And it's because we have this step by step going to it, we now know exactly what happened. But here is the point. Why did the light disappear? It logically should have disappeared before. But apparently it is God that kept it for testing Adam. So that when Adam saw her, he wouldn't see so many defects and run from that. He must run from taking the fruit and eat it. Not because his wife is different in her looks. And only after, that's when the light left the two of them. But wait, we do have situations like that in the Bible with other prophets. The Holy Spirit left this person. What is his name?
Balaam.
Balaam. Over and over. And yet God, every time he came to curse the children of Israel, he didn't say Holy Spirit come upon him and make him say something about it. Because it wasn't righteousness. You see, God could do that. God could take an evil, look. Do you know what happened to Pharaoh? What Pharaoh Necho told Josiah? Josiah, see Pharaoh going to fight the Hittites in the north. And he passing through Israel. He would be not going to touch Israel or Judah. He's just going to fight the Hittites in the north. And Josiah, who God used to bring revival to Israel, jumped on a chariot, took his men to go and fight Pharaoh. What did Pharaoh tell him? That condemned Pharaoh, the Holy Spirit followed him and told him, I don't have anything to do with you. Leave me alone, go away or else you will die. And instead of Josiah following, he went and fight, he got shot and he died. So God could do that. God could take an unclean agent, use him to bring some kind of knowledge to a person, and then move. The point is we must not get this idea, watch. Because if you start much, some ideas could do real damage to a study of scripture. You must not get the idea that things are so rigid here and there that God can't act this way. The same God who says, thou shalt not kill, tell Abraham, go and sacrifice a child. They cannot call that God encouraging Abraham to do human sacrifice. Because he was only a what? A test. And so likewise, the light was remain on Adam. On Eve, until Adam faced the test of the fruit. And had Adam said to her, no fruit, the light will go from her only, but it will remain on Eve. And remember, Adam was made first. So that's the reason why they have to stay together. Now, when I finish this cluster, what greater light of the truth I have given?
Amen.
No, when I have discussed that, what greater light of the truth I have given? And the time the light leaves to the time the light leaves. What greater light? So if you have a discussion going for such a long time, and there's barely something to gain from it, it is not something that you should spend that time on. Hear my point. The best you can gain from that is this, that God could do things that we cannot question. He made a donkey speak. Is a donkey able to say, why are you hitting me so hard there? Could a donkey do that? We could discuss and see whether God changed the larynx of the donkey, or an angel spoke to him, or the angel pat his belly and make him say something. We could discuss that if you want. But what do you get out of those discussions? Those are not the discussions that are usually futile. Even though you're right in a discussion, in the end, they spend a long set of discussion proving something that is not worth much of righteousness by faith. That's the reason why the better you do not, the more you don't entertain a discussion like that. But some people raise things like that for various reasons. Sometimes it's because they haven't had enough focus on what they should be focusing on. But people raise those things for different reasons. But it is not something to be raised, because only two things you can see. God was at fault, or the story in the Bible is not true. Quickly, and then we have to prove.
I asked if we are able to show it by indication of scripture. But a lot of people like to say this is wife is our false prophet and she speaks heresies and all these things. So I always want to be able to testify from the scripture what this is not saying true. But the other question I have is this. In Genesis chapter 2.
We finish here.
Just before you get that question, what I'm saying,
and then I'll show you something about Mrs. White here and those statements.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is that why is I agree the issue of like when the light left and so on, that is not the real issue. The real issue is why did God allow it to happen to test Adam. And what do we learn from it? Because remember, we will soon be facing, the Bible says in 2 Corinthians, that the just shall live by faith and not by sight. So whilst I will pick up the argument when the light left and all, that's not real history. Real history is why did God allow it to happen, and what do we learn from it? Because we are facing situations in the near future where a lot of evil angels will be doing a lot of miracles and so on. We'll be actually seeing things happen before us, but we have to know that God says that that is not the way it is, and we have to live by faith. That's my
Amen. But let me just point out something quickly. You see, let's take this parallel in its right way. This is two people who didn't sin before, and then they sin after. We are 4,000 and 6,000 years later. We have a lot of teachings about justification by faith and living by faith. How is it a very important thing which you first have to ask when the light went. Then you can ask why, and then learn whatever lesson you learn. Why would such an odd thing like that become a point of discussion to learn about living by faith? When there's so much other evidence, watch one thing. Watch one thing. Here's my point. The discussion is good. We are in a safe church like when we lead us a shoe. We can talk about it. But when you're using wisdom in developing people's minds, because watch me, let me tell you something. And I'm telling you this, my dear brethren, listen. You observe how Brother Medina follows scripture. I don't go into any oddity of points in long discussion. I'm going to give a quick reference and so on. When you do that, it makes your mind focus on the wrong things. Let me give you an illustration of what it will make your mind focus on. You'll focus on, can a donkey speak? And if it could speak, was it righteousness to the donkey? Or why couldn't God send an angel and talk to Balaam instead of letting the donkey talk? Why should the angel later? Now all that is fruitful discussion is you could discuss it. But for what? For what end? You see, the point about it, why they discuss it, and because you're in a safe church, you wouldn't go off in heresy. It focuses your mind on dealing with things in scripture the wrong way. And that's the reason why from the time something like that happens, and you quickly touch it, pass it and go to something else. And now, coming to Mrs. White with what the brother said. And evangelical will come and tell you what? If Mrs. White said that, the Bible didn't say that. Ask the evangelical to preach that same thing for you. Ask the evangelical to preach that same thing for you. And how much things you will get not in the Bible you say. It happens all the time. Sister one said, well, that means Mrs. White is not a prophet. I said, that means you don't have the Spirit because no Holy Spirit tell you all those things. Just speak it, just read it to scripture and say it for you, repeat it. Just read it to scripture and repeat it. So you don't test Mrs. White on those affairs. Mrs. White is not brought under test in those things. If you want to test Mrs. White, you test Mrs. White on the quality of morality from a statement she made. If it makes you really dedicated to God and make it serious, she's of God. But you can have endless of these discussions as much as possible. Even Peter found a problem with Paul. Writing things hard to be what? Like those who are baptized for the dead. He cannot say that in a different way. Look at how we say it. How much trouble that caused, including a whole false doctrine of women baptizing people for dead people. So you see, the point we are saying is this. Mrs. White is not on test for those things. Some people take up, watch. I did this once. I take up the Steps to Christ. I think the first chapter will speak about the love of God. At one point in time, the camera referred to that thing. And he made a quotation from there which was beautiful. But I have read an evangelical pastor who take that same statement and he take apart. So I took what he said and I started to read in context of what he said. And the whole chapter seemed as if it was of the devil, although she was saying God is love. So you see what I'm saying? You don't test Mrs. White that way. You test Mrs. White with the morality she encourages. And if she encourages a higher morality than you have, who are you to be a critic? Rise and become higher in morality than her. And then be a critic. Other than that, we don't want to hear. But this is the reason why when I have chosen a position, I make sure I am standing on the wall. Single sand, but on solid rock. And my focus of learning is not supposed to make me become so peculiar in my mental development that from the time you read a scripture, the first thing you see is, why did God say so and so and so? God didn't show you the scripture to ask him that. He showed you the scripture to give you a right. But your mind has become so directed every time you see it, the first thing you ask, why did God say this and that? The scripture, instead of becoming light and life to you, becomes a question as to God's integrity. But you will get answers because this is a safe faith. He will show you why. But eventually your mind will become starting to what? You will start to argue, until you'll find plenty of things to pick up. That way you're flying on the Bible as a crow picking, and because you get food you stop. There is a day when you will pick and you will get what? No food. What would you do then? So that's what I'm saying, there's a way to study. So if I take righteousness by faith, watch me. And it will be called Yahweh our righteousness. I'm looking to see how Yahweh could be my righteousness. I see that Yahweh doesn't bring a righteousness with him into me. But they tell me he himself is my righteousness. So if he himself is my righteousness, I ask, what is righteousness? The scripture show me righteousness as love revealed. So he is my love revealed. He revealed in me, to me, and from me to others. Amen. So it means that if he is in me, I should love him. That's how I will study it. And I'm sure I will get more fruit to live righteous than anybody who first questions. Why did Yahweh say, Yahweh our righteousness? Why he didn't say, Yahweh this or Yahweh that? So I'm saying, be careful how you do this thing. Sometimes, watch me, watch. Here is water to drink and what? Here is water to drink in a lake. Here is water to drink in a lake. 4 people pass by, but one had something dirty and contaminated water. And long after they're gone, you are still trying to clean the water and drink from it. And getting poison. And they just contaminate it with a certain ruffle that shouldn't be taught of. Beware. As a person, as a person who loves the truth, you have to watch all of that. Because there's 1,000 ways Satan tries to make you think you're following the truth and make you touch things that you could work on later. You can work on that later. It says, you come to the scriptures as somebody who wants food, you come as a crow picking. Because it's the truth, you will get answered as a truth. But always remember, that will not be so all the time. Amen, brother? Okay? So be careful. Be exceedingly careful.
Right? Yeah. What happened? I was talking about the light concerning the existence and thing of the light. And then you come and you make the point very excellent there. That was my point. Because the point is, the people who speak like that, from when you explain, is really explaining exactly what you said. They didn't get the point yet. Because the whole point about Eve having this light still on her, being in Adam present, wasn't really the issue. But the fruit in her hand was the issue, because that forbidden fruit was the forbidden to pick and interfere and touch. So why we make emphasis on light? Well, the fruit is what. So when you make the emphasis that the light was still growing on Eve, and Adam see her just the same way, normal. You see, that really wasn't the issue there. You see, that still wasn't the issue there. The issue there is, look at what Adam said. What have you done? So you see what you look at? He saw the fruit in her hand. He didn't really necessarily look at you, right? That's my point.
Amen, amen. Again, let me reiterate again too. Very well said. Let me reiterate again too. The light and her body left at a certain time, but it left both of them together. It clearly shows somebody was holding it here, and that is God.
Amen.
Question why then and not just after she sinned? That could only be carried in possible ways. God was at fault is the major thing.
Yes.
They couldn't say man had the light on his own initiative.
It wasn't like
It had to have been God. Or it could mean the light and the body had nothing to do with his vegetarian. Then why did they leave after the sin? So the point I'm saying, the only discussion that could end to is what you call incipient watch. I'm going to show you this watch. Today I think to just write you the illustration. Watch me, this is a glass. This is exactly how the glass is. And one incipient grain. Yeah? Once you start focusing on that, that is going to become a boulder. But it will make it become more developed in your thinking and your reasoning.
yes.
Because this is how you will start reasoning from scripture and looking at things in scripture. Somebody had better be careful.
Yes.
Because whoever introduced that kind of reasoning among you all, as a study group or as a line study, whoever introduced that kind of thinking hasn't done good for you. Because that is not the way. And I asked God to help me and discuss. That will never become an issue. But some kind of pattern going on where people's minds are becoming easy to touch those things. In the end, you don't get much. Don't find that difficult way to get that you're supposed to be living by faith. It has so much easy ways. That is the least way. Watch for that. Anybody can see it?
Yeah, but we are focusing on it.
You see it? Literally?
Yeah, I see it.
You see it up here? Good. So let's start with it. Let us pray. Thank you, loving Father. Thank you, gracious Father, for the light of truth that you have placed upon our hearts. Thank you for blessing us with these truths. May we walk in obedience to your commandments. May we gain soundness of development. May we prepare for the end, which is swiftly coming. May we glorify your name to be loved as we really are. Thank you again. Through Christ our Savior. Amen. Amen.